Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to our John Wick 3 Parabellum movie review. I just got back from seeing the latest John Wick movie in theaters, and I just want to share my general spoiler-free thoughts about this movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, you don't have to worry. I won't be spoiling anything that happened in this movie, just talking about my general thoughts after, like I said, I just got back from seeing it. My just overall things, 2 thumbs up. I really enjoyed it. I thought this one was as good, if not, equally as good as the first 2. I've only seen it once now, so I don't like to go being like, oh, it's better or it's worse, but I think it's just as good. I really enjoyed it. The action, I thought, they did a great job of being able to ramp up the action that we've gotten even in the first 2, which is so much action already, and they're able to still ramp it up in this new sequel, and they're still able to make it fresh and different and still surprise you with what John Wick can do in different scenarios involving killing people, because that's what his specialty is. It's not like he's cooking a fillet or something. He's killing people a lot, but he does it in so many different, unique, and great ways. And I particularly like this one because it's still all 3 of these movies have taken place within the course of like a week or 2, and John has not had even a chance to get like 12 hours of sleep. I don't know if he's even slept at all, but I really enjoy that. Like, we come into this 3rd one, he hasn't had any time to rest. He hasn't had any time to even get his like wounds fixed and like sewn up and stuff, and that's where we're brought into it. So we get to see this character who we've seen in the first 2 movies just ripping through people like he's a force of nature. And in this one, we start off that he's I don't want to say he's weakened, but he's a little bit broken. He's tired. He's exhausted. He's injured. He's having to come over stuff. So he's not at 100%, but even when he's not at 100%, he's still 100% better than everybody else. And so I really enjoyed this one, the fact, especially since we get him being on the run from the organization that he'd been working for and who had helped him in the first 2 movies, and now he's kind of on the run, has no help, and he has to try and figure his way out, or figure his way through this. And I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, non-stop action through this whole film, because again, the plot just revolves around the organization he had worked for, them turning on him, and now he's excommunicado, and there's a big contract, $15 million contract on his head, so everybody in New York's coming for him. And so that was and it's just a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a great job of continuing on with the John Wick story, giving us a believable sequel that, like, especially with the events of the first 2 movies, it does make sense that this is where it would go. And I thought the plot for this one was really great, considering it is just a lot of him just having to fight for his life and stick, and figure out a way to, maybe get out of being chased by this organization. So I thought it was a really great job. I really enjoyed all the returning and new characters we got. We got all the great ones, the manager of the Continental, and the front desk guy, and the Belfry, played by Lawrence Fishburne. And so I really enjoyed all the characters we got back, and we got a few new characters. Holly Berry's character was great. I loved her 2 pups. That relationship is great. They don't leave out the fact that, this whole thing started over the fact that John Wick's dog was shot and that she's got 2 dogs. So that's a fun little connection that they make into that. And then we find out how they're connected, and which I thought was an interesting kind of thing that they bring back from another one of the last movie. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this John Wick sequel, and I would recommend it to anybody who liked the first 2 John Wick movies. If you haven't even seen them yet, you'd be a little confused as to why he's on the one, but it also gets you pretty up to speed pretty quickly in this one. So if you haven't seen the first 2, you can still enjoy this. But if you didn't see the first 2, I don't know why this one would be the one that sparks your curiosity about it. But nonetheless, I still would recommend this to anybody who enjoys a really great action film, anybody who enjoys Keanu Reeves kicking some ass, or just in general, like I said, a great action film. But yeah, those were my overall thoughts on John Wick 3. Be sure to let me know in the comments below if you're planning to go see it, or if you've seen it, what you thought of the movie. Thanks again for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.